Hey everyone, Seth05 here. There was a staggering amount of 2 individuals who wanted to see some Halo Reach gameplay, so due to popular demand I decided to capture some footage. Right here we have Team Slayer on Boardwalk, but to be more specific it's Team Slayer DMRs, which means that every time you spawn you start off with the DMR, which stands for the Dedicated Meat Rider. So at the start of the match I wanted to trade out my pistol for this Plasma Grenade Launcher, that's its official name. But unfortunately for me, an enemy who did not appear on my radar had the same idea. That's quite the bummer because the Plasma Grenade Launcher, being one of the many power weapons, when fully charged can fire up to 4 grenades in a single time, and also has the ability to lock onto your opponents, which misses completely upon releasing the trigger. So, I guess my general strategy going into this game was that I wanted to shoot people in the face. And it takes approximately a bunch of times to kill someone when shooting them in the face, and I believe that's an accurate statistic. So I guess that's all I can really do since I won't be able to get any power weapons for a while. I'll stick to my DMR and pistol and shoot people in the face. So since I've only clocked in about 4 hours of gameplay on Halo Reach, I'm quite inexperienced and I can give some initial thoughts so far. What I've gathered is that it's your classic Halo gameplay, what you know and love, very campy, but it has some new additions and features from the previous games. It also has old maps and Halo 2 graphics. Now, you may be thinking, why is it campy? I will tell you. It is campy because of the radar. When people see you coming on the radar, well, I mean, when people see you approaching them on the radar, they will tend to not move and throw grenades, kind of preemptively so that you run into them, and then they'll just shoot you in the face. I didn't have any grenades, or at least I didn't think I did at this point, and unfortunately I got killed by another power weapon, that one being the rocket launcher. But anyway, sorry for being a little sidetracked. It is kind of campy, like I was saying. They will camp corners, and by they I mean your opponents. They will camp corners and throw grenades when they see you approaching them on the radar so that you run into them, and then they will shoot you in the face. Now, radar isn't on all the time. There are certain game types that do not have radar on. I believe those are like Team Slayer Pro. I don't know if there is like Team Headquarters Pro or probably anything that's Pro doesn't have radar on, and I imagine that you will not run into as many campers because if they don't have radar, that means they don't know if you're approaching or not. So there's not really any incentive for them to camp, especially since there's no kill streaks in this game. Another difference to you Call of Duty players, there are no kill streaks. If you did not know, if you're new to Halo, no kill streaks of any sorts. But that kind of does lead into another point that I was going to make, is that it is a lot different from Call of Duty. Call of Duty focuses a ton on sound, and the only thing that you'll be hearing in this game is the sound of grenades blowing up before you die. And you'll also hear someone busting out the sword, which means, well, what I mean by that is if they have the sword as their secondary weapon and they switch to it, you'll hear it, and then you'll die. Call of Duty also focuses a lot on using cover because of how quickly you die in Call of Duty compared to Halo. Halo is known for its blocky, not detailed textures and environments and everything, and there's not really a lot of variety to the cover. Not really that much of an urgency to get to cover because of, again, how long it takes to actually die. So I guess that's the general way of playing the game. As you can see, I'm kind of sticking around this area, and I've been around this area for a while. I'm using the rock and tree and whatnot as cover in a way, and just waiting for them to approach towards me so I can take them out. So if you're not familiar with Halo Reach, I will go over the classes. There are classes in this game similar to Call of Duty, but different from Call of Duty is that there's not a whole lot of customization. I guess they didn't want to completely copy Call of Duty or anything like that. But the classes you can get are Sprint, Armor Lock, Jetpack, Hologram, and Camouflage. And I have no idea if there's any more than that. For some reason I feel like I'm missing one. But those are the ones that I know of right now. And I will go over each individually. You have Sprint, which is similar to Extreme Conditioning. If you're a Call of Duty player, all it means is that it allows you to run for an X amount of time, X being however long the game wants you to run. The advantage of this is that you can run to your death quicker than others. Oh, and I'm going to have to apologize because my capture card started freaking out at this point, I believe. And that's basically because the equipment that I have produces such high quality that it can't handle itself sometimes. So it's like you're welcome for just amazing quality, and I'm sorry for amazing quality both at the same time. That's kind of a weird thing to say. But anyway, I think we covered over Sprint, so now I will go over Armor Lock. Armor Lock is a class that basically lets you be temporarily invulnerable to anything in this game for an X amount of time. And the basic advantage of this is that it gives you time to think about your poor decision before you die. So we covered that. Now the jetpack, as you've probably noticed several times. Oh, and by the way, just to show that I haven't been playing this game a lot, I just unlocked that achievement, which means that's the very first time that I used health. It's kind of weird. That's actually a change that they made from the previous Call of Duty games, is that you have health in this game. Well, you have shields and then you have health. When your shields go down, you start to lose health, at least I think that's how it is. And then your shields can go back up, but your health is lower, which means that when your shields go back down, you have less resistance to shots. That's the best definition I can give anyway. But anyway, the jetpack, as you've been seeing throughout this match, is an advantage that allows you to get to the higher ground, because as we all know, the higher ground is the better ground, and you clearly don't stick out like a sore thumb. Now the hologram is when, well, it allows you to make this hologram of yourself that kind of walks forward a ways and then just stops. And the advantage of that is to flush out the people camping with camouflage. So that leads perfect into the next class, which is camouflage. And camouflage's sole purpose is to be tricked by the hologram and start shooting at it so that you get killed by the hologram user. So now we covered the... we went over the classes, and we covered kind of the general gameplay of Halo, of Halo Reach. And I noticed that this guy is also using Armor Lock, and so I'm just going to wait till he's done using Armor Lock so I can shoot him in the face and not kill him at all. And I kind of get confused here because there's going to be a guy with jetpack, and that's obviously not the guy I was shooting at before because he can't have jetpack and Armor Lock both at the same time. And this guy had a really cool glowy weapon, and I was kind of intrigued by it at first, and then I realized it was the plasma grenade launcher, and unfortunately I realized that a little too late. So here I use Armor Lock for absolutely no reason, and I see my teammates are getting absolutely wrecked up there, so I chuck some grenades, because that's kind of all you can really do, and I save my teammate. Oh, no I didn't. But I avenge him, so I guess that's all that really matters. So here I notice mostly of the action is on the other side of the map. It kind of has me wondering why that one guy was on our side, but anyway. I throw a grenade, I guess, randomly, and kill a guy that was out in the middle of the open. And after wandering around for about 30 to 40 minutes, I noticed some action where my teammates are, and of course, I will get sniped. It's actually not how I thought it went down. But right now I believe I'm leading the team in kills, which is great for me because it's really a big boost in self-esteem because I don't play this game often and I feel like I'm pretty bad at it right now, but if I'm doing that well over the people that play this 24/7, then, well, I guess I can do anything in life. So right now I absolutely have no idea where I am or where I'm going, but I noticed that the sniper is coming my way, and of course he'd hit me with the sniper rifle because you just can't miss with that thing. And I go into armor lock and it doesn't save me this time. I feel like maybe sniping is a little too easy in this game, but I'm not going to put anyone down for being a sniper. So I see my teammates go over there, and of course I'm going to throw some grenades because his purpose was to flush out the enemies. But the game is actually over. I finished second place on my team with 13 kills. I hope you guys enjoyed this gameplay and commentary. If you want to see more, then let me know, and I will see you guys later.